Rusby, a perfect song that sums up this Village Hall series. If you head to the Manx Radio Facebook page, we are now live on there.
And I am standing next to a table where we've got Eileen next to some griddles and we've got Anne with a rolling pin in her hand. And just tell us about soda cakes, because as I said earlier, this is the first time I've ever experienced a soda cake. What makes a good soda cake?
What makes it? Well, it's the combination of the ingredients and the work that goes into it and the way you cook it. And the best soda cakes are sold at Dalby.
Oh, there you go. And they're stacking them up here. Eileen, the thing I found very interesting about this is the way that they're cooked.
On the griddle?
Yeah.
Yes.
I expect they'd be baked, but no.
No, they don't go in an oven. They're cooked on the griddle on the top.
How many soda cakes do you think you have made? Because I think there must be 100 here just today.
I've lost count. I don't know.
Is there a secret?
It's Mother's recipe. When I was a child growing up, we lived on a farm. The baker came once a week. And to supplement that, Mum made soda cakes. And this is the soda cake recipe.
And is it buttermilk or is it what's good?
Oh no, buttermilk. Manx flour, Manx soda bread flour and buttermilk.
Lovely. And it's a very different thing to a bonnet, isn't it?
Well, yes, it's flat and it's cooked on the griddle. The bonnet is cooked in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, these are marvellous, I have to say. Like I said, we were able to sample some earlier. And how can other people outside of this get hold of your Dalby soda cakes?
In the Dalby book. In the Dalby book. The recipe's in the Dalby book.
There you go. So they can make them themselves, Beth, or they could always come down here and purchase them if they like, or try them at one of the open days.
I would definitely opt for that option rather than you or I trying to bake one. I mean, maybe we should give it a go at some point, Christy. I am now with Nikki and Gilly, and we've got a really interesting collection of articles and photographs here, Nikki. Just to, first of all, tell us what your connection to here is.
I'm basically the advertiser and Facebook coordinator, and basically I run the World Bonnig Championships as well.
Oh, so you're the person to speak to about that. We'll come to that a little bit later. Gilly, what do you do?
Well, I help do the bookings for the hub downstairs, which is our new hostel and exhibition area, renting it out for anybody who wants to stay there.
Really excited about going to see that, actually. This will be available on the podcast, so we'll take a video tour down there. But it's a wonderful, wonderful space, and it is still fairly new, isn't it, Gilly?
Oh, it is. It's only just recently opened. We've had one unofficial official guest, so that was the surprise visit from the tourist board. That was excellent. And we've had 2 real guests staying. We've got a few bookings coming up. Plenty of vacancies still. Anybody want TT? Come and see us. That'll be great.
What a place to stay in TT, especially because there are TTTs, Nikki, aren't there?
As you just happened to mention, yes, we sort of run on Mad Sunday. We like to sort of advertise it as a little oasis of calm in the madness that happens on TT week. We start at 10:30 in the morning with bacon baps, go through soup and sandwiches through the day, and of course there's lashings of cake, coffee, tea, as much as anybody can manage. And we're sort of getting to the point where a lot of the bikers are now remembering that we're here and coming over on a regular basis.
And speaking of the bikers and Bonnigs all in one sentence, there's a very interesting champion of the World Bonnig Championships this year.
There is, very much so, yes, Dan Sale. We were so chuffed when he won this year. He couldn't stop grinning from ear to ear. And I think Kiri said he actually went home to sleep with the trophy that night.
We'll say no more about that. But I mentioned this collection of photographs and articles. How wonderful to document just how far you've come with this place.
Oh, yes. I mean, some of the articles go back sort of well into sort of the early 90s, just sort of trying to keep the press coverage, little things that we did. We've got things like the World Bonnig Championships, obviously. We've got photographs here of different events. We did Wild West sort of May Day Fair. We did theme nights. We've even got photographs here of originally back in 92, 93, just before my husband and I got married here. We had to decorate the church for our wedding. Not flowers and ribbons, it was strip the paint off first. There's a photograph of my mother-in-law Beryl here ripping up the carpet. It was well and truly get stuck in if you want to get married here, and it just gave the whole community an incentive because nobody had been married here for 10 years previous because they had to get a special licence. We've had quite a few weddings since, and it's sort of now a lot easier to get married here because it's the whole church. It just gives a whole little sense, a special feeling to the wedding day.
Oh, it is just a magical place. We're going to be talking much more about it, but for now, we'll take a short break.